Hello, welcome to Module 6, the last module of the course. And in this module, we'll be learning about theories related to culture and gender. So the first group of theories that we'll be looking at are within the area of intercultural communication, and there are three theories here. The first one is communication accommodation theory. And from this theory's perspective, people in intercultural encounters who see themselves as unique individuals will adjust their speech style and content to mesh with others whose approval they are seeking. On the other hand, people who want to reinforce a strong group identification will interact with those outside the group in a way that accentuates their differences. This theory comes from the socio-psychological tradition. Then the second theory in this module is face negotiation theory. And from this theory's perspective, people who have an interdependent self-image in a collectivist culture are concerned with giving other face or mutual face, so they adopt a conflict style of avoiding or integrating. Then people who have an independent self-image in an individualistic culture are concerned with protecting self-face, so they adopt a conflict style of dominating. This theory is from the sociocultural and socio-psychological traditions. Then the third theory is speech codes theory, and through ethnography of communication, we know all cultures have multiple speech codes that involve a distinctive psychological, sociological, and rhetorical tradition. The meaning of a speech code is determined by speakers and listeners and is woven into speech itself. Artful use of the code can explain, predict, and control talk about talk. This theory comes from the sociocultural tradition. Then the next group of theories are related to gender and communication, and the first theory in this area is gender-like styles. And here, male-female conversation is thought to be cross-cultural communication. So masculine and feminine styles of discourse are best viewed as two distinct cultural dialects rather than as inferior or superior ways of speaking. Men's report talk focuses on status and independence, whereas women's rapport talk seeks human connection. This theory is from the semiotic and sociocultural traditions. Then the second theory here is standpoint theory, and here different locations within the social hierarchy affect what is seen by individuals. So the standpoint of marginalized people provide less false views of the world than do the privileged perspectives of the powerful. Strong objectivity requires that scientific research start from the lives of women, the poor, gays and lesbians, and racial minorities. This theory is from the critical tradition. Then the last theory discussed within the area of gender and communication is muted group theory. Here, man-made language aids in defining, depreciating, and excluding women. Women are less articulate in public because the words and the norms for their use have been devised by men. So as women cease to be muted, men will no longer maintain their positions of power and dominance in society. This theory is from the critical and phenomenological traditions. The last chapter for Module 6 is Chapter 37, and this is common threads and conclusions. So this is a wrap-up chapter that discusses some of the common issues that we've discussed across the different theoretical traditions. The tasks for Module 6 are to read chapters 31 through 37, review the presentation slides for chapters 31 through 37, and review the videos for selected chapters in this module. Then the assignments for Module 6 are to post the required contributions to the discussion forum, complete Quiz 6, and as before, you do need to make a contribution to the discussion forum before the Quiz 6 is made available to you. Submit 2 application journal entries. So here, again, you'll select 2 of the 6 theories that are discussed in this module, and then write 2 application journal entries for those 2 theories that you selected, and then upload one document that contains both of those journal entries, clearly identifying the theories that you've selected. Then, of course, the final paper is due, and this is the application research paper portions A and B. So you should submit one complete document, so that will include your title page, portion A, portion B, and then the reference pages. Keep in mind that this paper is due before the module period ends, so check the syllabus for the due date for this paper. As always, please let me know if you have any questions about the course.